listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. You might be watching us in the LOZ app. You might be listening to us on KRMS radio on Saturdays from 10 to 11 a.m. We call it the big Simulcast. We love our collaboration we do with KRMS on all the radio stations. And by the way, all you have to do is go in the LOZ app, go into the media button, and you can listen to any of the stations all the time right through the app. It's a great thing. We talked to a lot of people down here at Lake of the Ozarks. Shootouts coming, and I wanted to get this next guest on. Nathan Maurer, how are you doing? Legacy Real Estate Group. We love you, man. You're listen, I sit on the shootout board, and all of a sudden I keep hearing your name come up because you're donating this, you're donating that, you got all kinds of stuff. You're really helping out the shootout this year.
Yes, absolutely. The Legacy Groups, we're fired up, and Lee has asked us to be involved with several things, and we're happy to support it for sure, because we feel like the shootout brings more, than just the races. It brings high energy to the city for sure.
And if you guys, when you go to the shootout, you're going to see shootout helpers that are all over the place, and they're wearing these bright shirts, and those shirts were made possible by you guys. You guys donated all those shirts, and I think there's 1,300 of them you did.
Yes, absolutely. I know there's a bunch. I don't know the exact number. I know we got a bill for them. We have our logo on the back, and then there's a QR code on the back. If anybody needs to know what's going on at the shootout, just scan it, and it'll lead you.
Yeah, that goes right to the LOZ app, but we love it, man.
That's right. Takes you right to the app to let you know what's going on, and which is awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys, listen, you've been at the lake for a while, but you just recently, and I say recently, in the last few years, has started your Legacy Real Estate Group here. But you guys have been doing real estate all across the United States. I mean, you were telling me off the air, you're in Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, and now you're doing some business here at the lake.
Yes, absolutely. We've been scattered out for years, and we've had apartments and stuff that we've done developments at the Ozarks for over 20 years. Just never had an office there. But our kids love it. We've had a house there now for probably close to 5 years. So we decided to open an office out, do some developments. Like I said, we do hotels, multifamily. We're scattered in 13 different states. So it's not new for us to open up in a new market, but we actually like this market kind of like a second home, or a actual home, because we're staying there as much as we are at our actual home right now. But now we thoroughly enjoy it. We love the people. We've been made some very good connections there. We're looking to do a lot of development there as time goes. Our first project we've started there actually is we purchased about 18 acres over there by the Oasis off of Jeffries Road. So we're kind of just waiting to let the Oasis develop, and then see what step we want to take from there on it.
Yeah, it's funny. I used to have a condo off of Jeffries Road about 20 years ago, and there was, you had dog days there, but it was kind of a quiet road. But man, I tell you what, that road has really come alive with all the development. You got the theme park going in, you got dog days, you got a hotel that's coming in, and you guys have a piece of property there that's really prime property that right across the street there.
Yeah, we have about 2,000 feet of lake frontage, and we're just trying to decide. We have lots of people bouncing ideas off of us what to do, but we're not sure exactly what we're going to do yet. We're just kind of waiting. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to get all the cars in and out of there with everything been developed. I don't know about that.
There's a big parking garage going up, so hopefully that's going to help. But it's awesome that you're helping with the shootout and you've done the donations, but you're also helping even in other ways, because one of the things that the shootout, people think the shootout is just a race, and that's a big part of it. But what they don't realize is the whole week leading up to shootout, and really the whole year, there's events going on. And there's a couple big events that help raise a lot of money for the charity. And one of those is the auction. Mm-hmm. And you're actually sitting on the committee for the auction. And you were telling me you got some pretty cool things coming, right? Yes, can you give everybody a little sneak peek of what some of the items they might be able to see at the auction?
Yeah. So, I'm part of Good Boy Vodka. And so we're able to get some, pretty cool stuff from John Daly's. Is going to have some signature stuff there. Travis Pastrano. We were able to, with Jeff Martin helped me out. We put together a package to be able to we're going to have a tour of a flight, and everything's going to be included. The stay, go to Washington D.C., tour D.C., a tour of the Capitol, VIP tour, not just a regular community tour. So it's going to be exciting stuff. Or to bring good money in there, and I know Leah and Taylor and everybody else has also bringing some amazing items to their auction. I encourage everybody to go. I think it's going to raise a lot of money, which is really great. And then and to support the causes they support. There's also Good Boy Vodkas donating several cases of Good Boy to help out and support as well.
Now, how'd you get involved with Good Boy Vodka? Being a real estate guy from Missouri, how does that happen?
Man, it just happens. Honestly, drinking on a boat, ran into some people, and basically was asked to come into the event and or the project, and came in, and Alex Praddock can say no. I mean, he's been awesome, and we became really good friends over the years, and continue to the brand is exploding. I mean, it's just the one fastest growing RTD there is, and we can't make it fast enough, which is great,
And your affiliation with John Daly, John, he does a lot in Missouri, obviously down in Branson. He had his golf course down there. He's still there a lot, I know. And so he enjoys the area as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. John's a good dude. He's a lot of fun to be with.
So you started everything, like, you're from Poplar Bluff, right? That's kind of where your home base was?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So, and down there, you were telling me, you guys kind of started, you have real estate everywhere, but you deal with some big farms, which I think a lot of people are interested in, like, these big farms that you guys sell. There's a lot to do with these big farms. I mean, you hear about it down in Texas, somebody bought a 2,000 acre farm or a 24,000 acre farm. What are some of the places that you guys have represented some big farms at?
So our large farms is going to be, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri. That's kind of our staple that we do most of them in. Tennessee, outside of Nashville. We're also big into recreational type farms. Your waterfowl, your deer, and all that. And I love to waterfowl hunt. That's probably the only thing I'm a professional at, but I love it. And that's kind of how our logo started, was in a duck blind. Some of my buddies drew it on a napkin, and it started out as a hunting club. And then I got dealing in farms. Everybody's like, hey, why don't you use that logo for your farms or for your real estate to sell? And I was like, okay, that'd be freaking awesome. So we started doing it, and it just kind of went from there. Cause we have another company, which is Premier Brokers, PB Realty. And this logo kind of fit for farms better. And then we changed it from farms into Legacy Real Estate Group, because when I got Lake Ozarks, we realized we were doing homes too, and just kind of fits everywhere that way. And so it worked out great, and it's been awesome. And my buddy who actually drew the logos always asked me for royalty. He says it's his idea, the logo, just joking around.
Well, you gave him a mention here, so he got that out of it. So
yeah, there you go. He got that out of it. We happy.
Yeah, and you guys do a lot with real estate here. I know that you're representing a lot of different properties here at Lake of the Ozarks, and you even said your family's spending more time here. I mean, you got kids that are in teenagers, right? So it's a fun place to be when you're in that age group. I'm sure you're getting lots of time on the boat.
We get a lot of time on the boat. We always have large groups there, and I have two kids that are at college, and one's still in high school, but one's a senior at Ole Miss, and the other one's a sophomore at Ole Miss. And then my youngest he's a sophomore in high school. So I got about 3 more years before I'm empty nest. But other than that, they stay at the lake more than they stay anywhere. I mean, they actually live there during the summer and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin your day, but they don't leave at 18. So I got.
I'm just trying to get them off payroll. That's 100.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't happen that easily, but it's a good plan. But yeah. I don't want you to be surprised if they're still sticking around the house when they're 23, 24. But no, man, it's awesome what you're doing at the lake, and I think you have really embraced the shootout and what's going on there. And I sit on the board there. I see what happens every day. I see the amount of charity that goes through that place. And now I think we're up to almost 50 different charities that we support. It takes a lot of people. We actually have a website that people can go if you want to be a volunteer, you can go to shootouthelpers.com and you sign up to be a volunteer. You're going to get a free shirt from Nathan. You're going to get a bunch of other stuff. But more than that, the volunteers are what make this thing what it is. And the cool thing about it, Nathan, is if you become a volunteer and you work 6 hours at the shootout races, you then get to donate those hours and whatever the money is behind those hours to the charity of your choice. And you get to pick from any of the 50. So I just don't, a lot of times people, they want to be involved with charities, but this is one of those that you can give your time and it turns into real money for those charities.
Yes, it's absolutely amazing what Leah and everybody's put together up there at Lake the Ozarks with the shootout. I mean, it's just phenomenal, you know. If you've never been, I recommend definitely going, you know, and if you go, I'm sure you're going to come back every year. And just
now you're a boat owner. Do you have a boat that's running in this thing this year?
No, I don't have no boat running in it. But I will have a boat over there with a load of people on it supporting it. So yeah,
you'll be in the crowd.
I will be in the crowd. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we want to remind everybody too, if you are in the crowd, if you're in the strip of boats, which last year I think was, we couldn't even count them. There was 5,000-6,000 boats there. But remember, you can use the LOZ app when you're sitting there and you want to find out how fast that last run was. All you do is open the app up, and within 3 seconds of that run being over, the speed's right there in the app. So it's kind of fun. You can follow along. You can watch the live stream while you're out there. So you can be on the water having a lot of fun, but you can also keep close to the action. And I know that there's the air show is going to be this year. So I don't know if you were there last year, but man, it's pretty fun to be in that row when the air show comes over.
Yeah. And Leah's adding a couple other things to it as well. So I think it's not just, like I said, it's not just about the boat races. It's everything else, you know, all the events at the bars on the lake and, you know, tying up all the boats and watch the races. And it goes on all week. It's not just a couple day deal, you know. Wednesday night street party, friggin' awesome, you know.
Yeah. Will you guys be at street party? Will you have something?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there all week. Oh, yeah. I'll put my liver hose up, but I'll be there.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Make sure that if you have to buy some real estate, you check out our friends over Legacy Real Estate Group. Look, this guy puts a lot of money and time into this market, and we want to make sure we help him with his business down here. Nathan, thank you so much for joining us today on the LOZ Podcast Network. We're going to have you back on. You have all kinds of things going on that we're interested in. So today we got through the shootout stuff, but I know we got more stories to get out of you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network. We'll be right back after these words.